So this is a brand new package. Boveda just came in the mail. And let's see. So each one of them packages differently. This has a nice thick Ziploc. It's nothing special, but I mean, it's a nice thick, nice mill. I'm going to pull out a couple of these. Okay, let's dump the whole thing out really quick. So we got all these. And there are different sizes. Oh, they're not showing them on here. They're just showing you different percentages on here. But I have gotten, these are size 8. And that's what I tried to do, is get all size 8s on all of the packs. They have smaller ones and 4s. I think I showed you just a little bit ago too. They have large ones too. But the size 8 is the most consistent, that actually measures out for a 16-ounce jar, which this is. So that's why I decided to go with this size. Plus, it's the most traditional size that everybody seems to sell and buy. They do have much smaller ones. I used to use those personally. I kind of gave up on these, and we'll probably figure out why later. But so let's just go through these really quick. Look at these, what you need to look out for when you order these. You want to make sure that they are fresh, and one way to determine that is just kind of run your finger along these edges, and if you feel any crystallization at all, then they are not fresh, or there could be some manufacturing defect in here. And I hate to say it, but I'm starting to feel a little bit. You can almost see it through the paper. There's some crystalline on this edge here, and a little bit on this edge. There's none on the bottom here. I don't feel any on this edge here. So that's just one. It might be just a fluke. So let's go ahead and continue. All right. This one here has actually quite a bit more crystallization across the top. It's actually coming down into the pack itself a little bit here. Run my finger. Yeah, see, this one's all the way down in the package here. I can feel crystals in here, all the way down to this corner. Nothing across this bottom. Starting to feel it. Oh wait, yeah, there is a little bit on the bottom here, and some more crystallization along the edge. Not too much along up here, but definitely a lot down in this edge here. Well, you know, that's 2. Let's go with 3. All right, might still be a fluke. Okay, well here we got crystallization along the bottom. You can feel it. You could see it poking through the paper there. Let's go along this edge here. Oh yeah, see, this one's got a lot of crystallization here. Same across the top here. This entire edge here is just solid. You can just, it's so I'm still going to test them as is. We're going to go with these are brand new products, and I'm not gonna base whether I test these out on whether there's crystals in them. We are going to go with these being brand new. So I am going to go ahead, just for now, I'm going to go ahead and put this as our #1 spot up over here. So like I said, we're going to crack open some of these guys, see what's going on inside of them, see how they work, see what the differences are between one and the other. I'm suspecting there's not going to be many differences in these ones with the boards inside of them. But I'm guessing there's probably going to be a bit of a difference. I'm curious between the Boveda. By the way, I had to listen to somebody online say it. It's not Boveda, it's Boveda. It also might depend on where the heck you're from. Let's see, and this boost. I think that there's going to be, I think they're similar, but I think they're going to be different. The same kind of thing with this board here. This board and this one here is a little different from all of these. So yeah, I'm curious. So let's start off with what we all know the most is our Boveda, and I'm just going to go ahead and crack this thing open. Just because it feels like it's a moisture pack, I'm going to go ahead and throw a paper towel under it so we can see what's going on inside here. I'm just going to go ahead and trim down these edges. I think I'd mentioned also earlier that I felt some crystallization in these. I feel it definitely along that edge, into this corner. Oh, there's a little chunk right down there. And along this edge, along here is pretty clean, nothing there. All seems to be on this side over here. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this side open over here, close to the edge as possible. And that looks like that got her open. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. It definitely looks like some kind of a gel. Oh yeah, that's totally a gel in there. And that I was really honestly expecting something else in here. I was expecting kind of a, I don't know, a mesh. Yeah, I was expecting something different. I'm thinking I'm going to need to get something else. Hold on just a sec. Don't spill. Alright, I'm going to actually put this up onto here. Because I don't want to make a huge mess. Yeah, I was expecting, you know, a piece of cloth, something that you would get, you know, for, I don't know, just a piece of cotton or something in here. But as you can see, you know, it's just, you know, I would call this a glycol gel. Looking at the ingredients on these, they pretty much just say salt, water, and a stabilizer. Stabilizer meaning, like I said, the glycol. Glycol is really commonly used in humidifiers in cigar humidors to stabilize it. Otherwise, you know, the water would just dissipate. So there we go. That is what you're paying for. The majority of it, I should say. I'm not squeezing out the hard parts. They seem to be staying in there. Yay. Oh, a little bit of funk on the fingers. All right. Just out of curiosity, I want to cut right along the seam here, because this is where some of the crystals are. I want to see what those crystals look like. All right, well, there we go. Actually, it started to crystallize, and you can see them right there, those little dots. So I'm guessing that's the silica. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure the composition of all of this, but salt, water, and a stabilizer is all they have on their websites. Doesn't really break down as I grind it between my fingers. It's definitely a crystal. That is it in its entirety. Let's check out this paper. Oh, look at that. Standard paper on the outside, but we have a little bit of a plastic membrane. Now my finger's a little funky. Can make this probably a little more difficult. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, try that again here. So yeah, that's what we got going on. That is your protection. Keeps that gel from coming out, leaking out of the package, keeps it all in there. And I just flung stuff everywhere. That's awesome. Like a small plastic membrane. I'm guessing that's thin enough that allows some moisture out and some moisture back in. Not exactly sure about the mechanics of this. So there you go. That's a Boveda or a Boveda, depending on where you're from. Total ingredients. And yeah, a little bit of slime. And I'll pack it. There you go. That's one down. Just one last quick little thing before I put this away. Just as I turned off the camera, I kind of looked at my fingers and I go, oh, funk. That, I'm not putting my tongue to it, but I'm guessing it would definitely have a salty taste to it. One other thing I want to say really quick regarding these, I did a little bit of research on these, and yeah, it's just salt. At least on their website, they claim that this is just salt, water, a thickener. Like I said, I believe it's probably going to be glycol. and a reverse osmosis permeable membrane. So I called it plastic, they called it something much more technical. So yeah, that inner lining is their membrane, and that's this, what do they call it? The reverse osmosis permeable membrane. So there you go. That's the construction of Boveda and what they look like on the inside.